Wife cheated, trying to reconcile marriage, are my trust issues going to ruin it? Several months ago my wife had an affair with a friend of mine that lasted for about 3 months. She would see him on and off, swear it was over for a week or two, then suddenly hit him up for sex when she would get drunk. It started out emotional, or at least she convinced herself she was falling for him, and then turned purely physical in the end, and unfortunately in my digging I've found out for sure that it was her pursuing it, getting drunk and hitting him up saying she just wanted to fuck one last time. She was brutally honest about it from day one, with absolutely no remorse for what she was doing while she was doing it. Eventually after one last time, where she actually tried to lie about it, swearing the only reason she lied about it this time was that she was drunk and that it really was the last time she stopped seeing him. It's been 2 months now and things have been okay, we are working on things but I am far from okay, and have absolutely no faith in her that she is actually over him and that her feelings / sexual desires are going to suddenly creep up and she'll contact him behind my back. I don't feel like my fears are misplaced in feeling this way, and occasionally when she goes to see her friends I get wrapped up in my head and blow her up about where she is or what she's doing. Over this past week I was out of town on business, she was at home with the kids while I was gone, and despite talking to her every night, I got the suspicion that something might happen or did happen, although when I got home it was the furthest thing from my mind and I was just happy to see my family. That night, we got in bed and had sex. I will admit, prior to this I had a thought cross my mind that, if she did something while I was gone, I'll be able to feel a difference. I should preface that statement with thus, I am fairly above average in length and in girth, but during her affair I unknowingly had sex with her the morning after she had been with him, and felt a very noticeable difference in the way she felt physically. Was able to go deeper, she felt looser, so to speak. I have not felt that feeling prior to or since her affair with him, so when we had sex and I noticed this different feeling, I immediately went into a panic during sex, quickly finished and went out for a smoke. In my mind, there was no doubt that she had been with him. This physical difference is something I have only felt while her affair was going on, so to me it meant that something must have happened, and it must have happened recently. Of course, I prepared myself for one of two options: I would confront her and might get the truth, or I would get an angry response, either to cover up and deny what she had done or because nothing had happened and she was hurt. Of course, I got the latter. She was immediately offended and hurt, got angry and has been mad at me since, claiming this type of thing is what is going to destroy our chances of fixing things, and that I'm insane for believing it is a possibility that she did something with him while I wasn't gone, after 2 months of no contact. I'm at a loss at this point. I am aware that my lack of trust has caused many fights and that it creates a divide between us, and since I am the one who decided to stay I feel like I need to be giving her more of a chance to be trusted, and risk getting hurt. I still sit here feeling like she did something while I was gone. I'm trying to convince myself that I very well could be wrong, but that part of me isn't allowing it to happen. I really just don't believe her. She is getting ready for her first night of a new job tonight, is getting very done up, shaving and doing her nails, and while I'm sitting there watching all I can think is, this isn't for work, she's doing this because she's going to see him again tonight for another round. I'm at a complete loss. Anyone have any recommendations on what I should do from here? Are these trust issues too major to overcome? TLDR, we've had affair, I went out of town, think she did it again while I was gone. Are our trust issues too big to overcome? Ex-fiancé of 5 years cheated. Hey everyone. I'm new to this thread and decided to post as I've been reading so much here and everyone is so helpful. I met my ex when I was 21 and she was 19. I am now 26 and she is 25. I broke up with her recently after discovering she cheated on me with a married coworker at work. Finding out completely shattered me as we were engaged to be married and the cheating had started not 5 months after I had proposed to her. I found out because I was feeling paranoid and looked through her phone only to find her telling all her friends about it. We were going through a rut and we were a bit bored, but I didn't think it was so bad that she would cheat. While the rut was going on, though, she had already cheated. By the time she had told me how she was feeling about the relationship, the damage had already been done. I didn't realize we were complacent until she brought it up to me. It's sad because I feel as though if she had that conversation with me before the cheating had happened, we would be fine. We did get better after that. We both started trying. Going out on more dates. Buying her flowers out of the blue. More sex. And we really did get better to the point where she was sure again that she wanted to marry me. It was only when we were better that the paranoia was still bothering me. Mind you, a few months back when we were in this rut, I had looked through her phone. The second time I looked was when I mentioned above and found actual proof. The first time I didn't find exact proof, but enough to confront. She lied to me, gaslit me, I even got the guy right and she told me, how could I? He's married and there's a ring on my finger. She made me believe a narrative and made me the crazy one for thinking she had cheated. Fast forward a bit, I took a month to decide what I wanted to do. I stayed with her for a month after I found out. She is incredibly remorseful, regrets all of it, hates herself for it. But I just had difficulty looking at her. Trusting her was also too hard because she did such a good job lying to me about the situation and making me believe what she wanted me to believe. I felt like I was in a nightmare of paranoia every day. But the worst part is that I still love her and miss her sometimes, and I hate myself for feeling that way, especially after what she did to me. She lied to me, had an emotional and physical affair with someone that's married, had no respect for our relationship or the relationship she possibly ruined, his, and how could I marry someone that doesn't even respect marriage? Not only this, but it was him that sat her down one day and told her that they couldn't do that anymore. She even told me that it would have been possible, that it would have happened again had that not happened. At the end of the day, I just wanted to vent. It's been really hard, but every day I feel myself maybe getting better. Thanks for listening, anybody that did.